Well, I know this is probably not the Genesis song you expected me to do, but that's the one we're doing. Hi guys, welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. We are back with a pick from our Discord moderator, Elias. Thank you as always, man. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate you running the Discord server so efficiently and just so well in general, bro. You do a great job, and I'm so thankful for you. And for Barry, who moderate the Discord for me. Couldn't do without you guys. And all the Patreon. Everybody, man. Like, y'all are the best. I really couldn't ask for a better community. We're going to be listening to the track Stagnation by Genesis today, off of Trespass. We have done The Knife, which is still one of my favorite Genesis songs. This is their only this is the only album with drummer John Mayhew, and the last one with Anthony Phillips on guitar. So the actual lineup is Tony Banks, Mike Rutherford, John Mayhew, Peter Gabriel, and Anthony Phillips. Oh man, what a lineup right there, dude. And I know they've got such a huge catalog. So many different sounds and experiences in the Genesis catalog, and I've done a decent amount. Nowhere near all of it though, of course, so we got plenty to knock off. And thank you, Elias. I appreciate your support, my friend. Alright, here we go. Oh, and I'll also link Genesis playlist up here. We have a great Patreon community. If you want to come pick a video, there's a link in the description. If you join the $15 tier or up, you get one free request a month. We'd love to have you. And you get to come join the Discord. Alright, Stagnation by Genesis. Off of Trespass. 3, 2, 1, go. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps.
Sky tells his tale, but the only listening eyes are mine. There is peace amongst the hills, and the night will cover all my pride. Blessed are they whose smile from bodies free seems to me like any other crowd, who are waiting to be saved.
Man, I miss this band. $1970. Tony is the best, bro. Just take you away, man. Oh yes, they built that up great. This is super young Peter.
Wash away the past. My long lost friend is smiling from above, smiling at my tears. Come, we'll walk the path to take us to my home. Keep outside the night. The ice cold knife has come to decorate the dead. Somehow, and each will find a home. And there will still be time for loving my friend. You are there.
It's almost like a lullaby,
I wait forever beside the silent mirror.
but only the way Genesis could do it.
Fish for bitter minnows amongst the weeds and slimy water.
It's gonna pick up now. I'm gonna eat my words.
I said I wanna sit down.
Mike.
I said I wanna sit down. I wanna drink. I wanna drink. To take all the dust and the dirt from my throat. I wanna drink. I wanna drink. To wash out the filth that is deep in my guts. I wanna drink.
Flute is just magical, man. What a track. Man. They built that one up a lot. It actually kind of reminded me of Return of the Giant Hogweed at points. But it's so funny how you can see like the seeds here that are being planted for like their future catalog and what they're gonna sound like, and the different avenues that they use to make you feel something inside, man, because there's so many. That whole band, even this lineup is stacked, dude. I mean, if you put Tony Banks, Mike Rutherford, and Peter Gabriel in any band, it's gonna be sick as hell. But Anthony Phillips, I believe that's what his name was, right? Sorry, I'm not really used to this lineup. And then John Mayhew on drums. Okay. So yeah, Peter Gabriel on lead vocals, flute, accordion, tambourine, and bass drum. Anthony Phillips on dulcimer, acoustic 12-string guitar, lead electric guitar, and vocals. Tony Banks on the Hammond organ, grand piano, mellotron, acoustic 12-string guitar, and vocals. Mike Rutherford, acoustic 12-string guitar, electric bass guitar, classical guitar, cello. And John Mayhew on drums and percussion. This came out in 1970, the year of our Lord. And it was October 23rd. What a great album for fall. And I've only heard The Knife in this song, but it definitely has, what can I say? Not that it has autumn vibes, but that it would sound the best during the fall, you know? And that album cover is just so amazing, man. And it's just, I have, don't I have Firth the Fifth right here? I do. Not Firth the Fifth, but Selling England. I mean, their artwork is just incredible, bro. I mean, from every album that I've seen, it's crazy how much detail and love they put into their music. And you can tell that they put everything into it, like especially Peter, because, you know, we've done a lot of his solo catalog. We've done a ton of Genesis with Peter, without Peter, you know. Well, not a ton without him. I've only done a couple tracks with Phil's Genesis, but I don't know, man. He just was the heart of this band and the soul of it. Like, it really is. But I think Tony Banks, Mike Rutherford, everyone else also is a huge part of it. It's just, I don't know. It's just almost like once Peter left, they had enough energy for like one or two more albums left. And then after that, from what I've gathered, they kind of went a different direction than most people were probably, I don't know. Their old fans, at least, weren't the biggest fans of. I know they were huge in the 80s. I mean, absolutely huge. But sometimes being huge isn't, I don't know, the end-all, be-all, you know? But this is me playing, you know, Monday morning quarterback on a band that's, you know, 40, 50 years ago now. You can't make, you know, in the moment, the decisions you make don't seem like they're huge decisions. But, you know, when you look back on it 20 years later, you're like, shit, that was a big decision, wasn't it, you know? And it obviously was a good split, though, because Peter wasn't happy after The Lamb. I'm pretty sure that was the last one with him. And he went on to do all of his solo stuff, and he was very happy. And I think Phil and Genesis, they were happy to go off in their own direction. So if it was an amicable breakup, you know, it is what it is. But I don't know. I love, what's the Los Endos album? I always forget the name of it. Oh, man. A Trick of the Tail. A Trick of the Tail is just such a fine album. So good. But, man, once Peter's just the living heart of this band. And his voice, even though he wasn't as prominent in this as, like, The Knife or something like that, this is a pretty much instrumental piece minus the few... God, these kids, bro. These few vocal lines that he had throughout, you know. But he was playing the flute as well. And that flute just always adds such an airiness to it. And it's such a different style than like Jethro Tull per se. Because I just did a Tull video right before this. So I just heard flute in that. And you can tell Peter, I don't know if he was like just not classically trained, but it seemed like he was trained. You know, he definitely had training on the flute and practiced a bunch. And not saying that Ian didn't practice, but he didn't have like the usual... I think he had a very unorthodox upbringing with the flute, so you can tell Peter is more airy, and there's way more just emotion in the way that he plays the flute. But with Ian, it's more of a almost like a percussive instrument. You know, he uses it for the rhythm almost, and I don't know, man. It's just magic. No matter what. Even back to this old record, Trespass, you know what I'm saying? The Knife is one of my favorite Genesis songs. I'm not going to say this is one of my favorites per se, but it's definitely an excellent track, and I think that it really has a lot of the hallmarks that, you know, are going to come, you know, going forward, you know, from this point. I heard a little bit of Firth the Fifth in there. I heard a little bit of Return of the Giant Hogweed. And then there's some parts in there that are just kind of completely foreign to me with Genesis, you know. A lot of it, I'd say 90% isn't, but there's this 10% in there. I don't know if it's Tony Banks or if it's maybe the drummer being different too. It might be that guy. It might be Mayhew. He's such a different drummer than Phil is. But I love it, man. He was using that hi-hat so well in this, and the snare too, man. Like, he had a great sound in this. And it bounced off Mike very well, because Mike, from the second half on, bro, he was on just an onslaught of just bass in that, bro. That was so good. He just has such a great sound, man. Honestly, they all do. Like, the production, they're just such finely trained and finely tuned musicians, and they're so young too. Like, I know that Peter must be like 18 or 19 here. I don't even know, man. I don't know how young he is here, but it's kind of it's all inducing sometimes to hear this music and then see how young they were. It blows my mind, man, because I don't know, we've just fallen so far. Like, you know, people grow up so much later in life now compared to what they used to, because people had to grow up back in the day. Nowadays, you could literally be a teenager your entire life, and you could die a teenager and be in your 60s or 70s. Like, you really could. You could do that these days. You couldn't do that back in the day. And it's sad to say, but we're just like training Amazon workers. That's what the public school system does, you know, just pumps them out. And that's how I look at it. It's sad. And then there's always going to be people that are more, you know, have more than others, and they can go to private school and, you know, better education. That's just how it's always worked. But the divide is so big now, you know, like, it didn't used to be such a huge difference, you know, like, there just really is now. Like, they really have just gutted us, and now you're either rich or you're poor. That sucks, right? But hopefully we can claw our way out of the mess that we're in. I hope so, man. I have to have hope, because if I don't have hope, then what do I have, you know? So we're gonna keep on trucking, right? Keep on trucking. And I got 7 days. A week from today, I will have 4 years clean, man. That's absolutely crazy. I can't wait. But at this, it doesn't really matter to me anymore. Obviously, it does, but not in that sense. Just like the year counter thing. Like, I count the year marker when it comes by, but I don't know. I don't really think about it much anymore. And I think that's a sign of me being somewhat cured. You know what I mean? Just because I don't know. I don't even think about it anymore. It's a great feeling. But sometimes it's not, though, because when it does come back, you know, every, like, blue moon, like, I get the random craving or memory or something, and it's, you know, he's like, whoa, where did that come from? I haven't had one of those in a few months, you know, but it comes and it goes, so it's all good. But thanks for watching, guys. Thank you again, Elias. That was a great pick, man. If I had to pick something out that was my favorite part, it would be, you already know, Tony Banks, man. Tony Banks or Peter Gabriel, 100% all day, every day. Tony Banks is one of my favorite keyboard piano players in the entire world, and that's all because of Earth the Fifth, and then everything I heard after that, because it completely changed my life. And I will never not be thankful to Genesis for that. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see y'all later. What'd you guys like of that? If that was your first time hearing it, what was your favorite part? I definitely would say that Peter's lyrics and vocals, even though they were kind of sparse, were my favorite. Or that amazing mellotron and keyboard. So good. So good. I don't know where the accents came from in this, so I'm sorry. Have a good one, guys. See you later.